college for long winters, our girl.
All right, fine. So, I'm an only child, and when I came over, I didn't know that when I landed in Bangkok, Thailand, that the aircraft doors were going to open, not with a jetway, but where we had to, deplane, disembark, pardon me, out of the front and out of the back with the air coming in the plane and me at 10 years old looking up at my mother saying, oh, I can't possibly live here. I can't breathe. 10 years old. And I was an only child. And my father had to be here for 3 months before he could decide that he would take us, his family, who was non-existent, being with Air America. This was a risk. So, that was different, wasn't it? And this Miss Terry Remley over here, how old are we now? I haven't seen this woman since we were 15 years old. And she just sent me the most fabulous birthday card last September for my birthday. But she stood over me in Mrs. Bellamy's class, 5th grade, Miss Bellamy's class. She stood over me with Mary Mitchell, who I'm sorry to say is no longer with us. Mary Mitchell. Where are you from? So where are you from? What do you do? What are you all about? And these girls became my best friends. We were from all over America, here in Laos. And we became this very tight unit, this very tight, close family unit. What happened was, some of us, through the years, we would acquire, as we were growing up, we would acquire girlfriends and boyfriends with each other. What I would come to understand later on, then being transported back to the U.S., is that boyfriends and girlfriends were different, because if you broke up with each other when you were in Laos, you were still brother and sister. You still looked out after each other. But when you were in America, when you came back to the United States, it wasn't the same. You didn't really care about each other in that fashion that we, what is this now, 42 years later? We still care about each other in the same exact fashion. We love each other like we're still brothers and sisters. That is extremely emotional to me. Now, one other thing, because I'm an only child, I was married and I had my children, and I found a young man at the time, a lot of you will remember, Gullion.
Yeah.
Why isn't he here? I don't know. His formal name is, and he prefers to be called apparently, Guthrie Gullion. That's his formal proper name. I respect that. Okay. But we still know him lovingly in our hearts as Gully. That little boy chased me around with chinchuck tails to throw down my blouse, and I screamed bloody murder and would want to kick him in the shins. He wanted to go with me. And I said to my mother, I don't understand that. And he says, well, my mother says, but he likes you. He likes me. He's chasing me with chinchuck tails. I'm screaming at him. Okay, so beyond that, he's a happily married, very successful man now, and he's not here. I am sorry to say, and probably many of us here are sorry that he's not here. I met with him in the 80s, I think it was, because I live in Redding, California now. He lives just east of me in a town called Eureka. Humboldt University, Eureka, California. They recently had a earthquake right before Haiti. And I met with him there in the 80s, and I talked to him about some emotional things about living in Laos. And he said to me, I remember clearly, Susan, don't you realize that we all feel this way? And I said that I didn't. No, I didn't know that. You feel that way too? We all feel the same. Just that we love each other, we remember each other, and this is extraordinarily special to all of us. That's all I want to say.